This week was not about adding strength, it was about removing interference. Most people believe power comes from doing more effort, more speed, more options, more reactions, more engagement, but mature power works in the opposite direction. It comes from discernment, the ability to decide what deserves your attention, your response, your energy, and your time. Week 39 was about learning to ignore correctly, not out of arrogance, not out of avoidance, but out of clarity. Because the moment you stop reacting to everything, your life accelerates. Jesus said, "Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." The Quran reinforces the same principle. Do not follow what you have no knowledge of. Monday began with a simple but uncomfortable truth. Attention is limited. Every hour of focus spent somewhere means it is not spent elsewhere. Every emotional reaction costs energy. Every distraction taxes clarity. Most people do not fail because they lack ability. They fail because their attention is fragmented. They allow constant notifications, endless opinions, comparison, background noise, manufactured urgency to consume their mental bandwidth. Science confirms this clearly. Attentional control is one of the strongest predictors of performance, emotional regulation, and long-term success. Scattered attention degrades decision-making and increases stress. In the simulation, attention directs energy, and energy shapes outcomes. On Monday, the instruction was not to become rigid or withdrawn. It was to notice. Notice. Where your attention leaks, what you react to automatically, what consumes mental space without producing results. Once you see this clearly, something shifts. You realize that reclaiming attention does not require force. It requires exclusion. Power does not come from trying harder. It comes from choosing better. Sun Tzu warned about the danger of scattered strategy. The Quran states plainly, "And do not scatter yourselves." Tuesday addressed one of the most modern traps, opportunity overload. In a world of constant access, everything looks possible. Projects, collaborations, side paths, ideas, offers. But possibility does not equal progress. Every opportunity demands time, attention, emotional investment, mental space. Most people are not blocked by lack of options. They are blocked by too many. Science confirms this through decision fatigue and opportunity cost research. When options multiply, commitment weakens and follow-through declines. In the simulation, selectivity preserves momentum. Tuesday was about recognizing that saying yes indiscriminately is not openness, it is drift. You were asked to notice which opportunities feel exciting but misaligned, which offers pull you away from your core direction, which paths fragment your energy instead of concentrating it. Progress requires exclusion. Every meaningful advance demands that something else be ignored. This is not loss, it is focus. Be still, and know, haste comes from Satan. Wednesday exposed a common manipulation. Noise pretends to be urgent, emails marked as urgent, messages demanding immediate replies, opinions that require instant reaction, emotions that push for immediate decisions. Urgency creates pressure. Pressure bypasses discernment. Science confirms this. Perceived urgency increases stress and impulsive behavior while reducing accuracy and judgment quality. Most things that feel urgent are not important. Most important things are quiet. In the simulation, calm timing outperforms reactive speed. On Wednesday, you practiced pausing, not to delay indefinitely, but to verify. You asked, "Does this truly require action now? Who benefits from my immediate reaction? What happens if I wait?" This pause alone neutralizes most false urgency. You began to see that urgency is often a tactic, not a reality. And once urgency loses its power, clarity returns. Stoic wisdom reminds us that restraint often carries more power than force. The Quran says, "God loves those who are measured." Thursday reframed strength. Strength is not volume. Strength is not speed. Strength is not constant assertion. Strength is discernment. Discernment rarely announces itself. It doesn't argue. It doesn't justify. It doesn't perform. It observes. It filters, it decides quietly. Science confirms this through reflective decision-making research. Individuals who delay response and evaluate context show higher long-term effectiveness than reactive actors. In the simulation, restraint stabilizes power. On Thursday, you practiced listening more than speaking, deciding without explanation, letting silence do part of the work. This is not passivity, it is command without display. The strongest people do not need to convince, they need to choose. Archilochus observed that depth beats breadth, the Quran advises, and turn away from the ignorant. Friday brought the week to its conclusion. Progress requires ignoring most things: opinions, distractions, comparisons, noise. Most people slow down not because they lack talent, discipline, or intelligence. They slow down because they engage with too much. They respond to comments that don't matter, comparisons that distort perspective, conversations that lead nowhere, information that adds no value. Science confirms focus and filtering are defining traits of high performers. The ability to ignore correctly is more important than the ability to do more. In the simulation, ignoring correctly accelerates alignment. On Friday, you chose one priority, and instead of trying to manage everything else, you ignored it without guilt. This is not avoidance, it is commitment. Advancement comes when focus is protected. Week 39 was not about control, it was about selection. You learned that. Attention is finite, opportunity is not always progress, urgency is often noise, discernment is quiet strength, ignoring correctly accelerates advancement. This week refined something critical. You do not need to engage with everything to be effective. In fact, the more selective you become, the more power consolidates. Discernment is not indifference, it is respect for your own time, energy, and direction. When you ignore what does not matter, what matters begins to move faster. You are no longer reacting, you are no longer scattered, you are no longer pulled in multiple directions, you are choosing. And when choice becomes deliberate, reality responds with clarity. This is transcendent reality. Live the code.